Hi, did it happen to you too? So my position was eliminated in November of 2023. You know, when that happens, you're kind of numb for a couple of days. Even if you anticipated it happening, or even if you knew that it was getting ready to happen, like some people that are experiencing this because of the new administration. But you feel a little bit numb, kind of like, wow, it's like an aha moment. Like, what am I going to do? Like, Lord, what am I going to do? What are you going to do? What is getting ready to happen in my life? So today, because I've been through this and I am still going through this, rolling into 16 months of unemployment. So one of the first things, and I have about 4 things today that I'm going to go over or in this video. One of the first things you want to do once you get your bearings is you definitely want to spend time in prayer. You definitely want to be thankful, gracious, very conversational with God. You want to hear him talk back to you because you really want to know your next step, your next door. You want to know, why did he allow this to happen? What is the plan? And so you really want to pray. Men ought to always pray so that we faint not. There's a scripture that talks about in the day of adversity, if you faint, then your strength is small. So you definitely want to pray about this situation. Get grounded in the season that you have just found yourself in. So I'm Coach Tamara Doris. Nice to meet you. And I do apologize that you're going through this situation, but it's not all bad. I promise you, it's not all bad. It could be a setup for your come up. It could be a season where God is really trying to plant you, place you, surround you, position you, get you to what you've been desiring for all your life. First things first, after you get your prayer in and get yourself, okay, apply for unemployment benefits. Make sure you do. That should be at the top of your list to apply for unemployment benefits. Don't waste any time. And even while you're applying for unemployment benefits, a lot of the questions that they're asking you, keep that information. Let's start a spreadsheet of when you started working there, when you got let go, how much you were making, because you're going to need all this information anyways to update your resume, to talk about in interviews. So file for unemployment. Start a spreadsheet with all your employment information that's going to be on your resume or is already on your resume, just so that it's readily available when you're applying for jobs. Because a lot of times when you're applying for jobs, the reason why it takes so long is because you're looking up company ABC to get the address, to get the phone number. Oh my goodness, what was my supervisor's information? And you're trying to get the company address and get the dates that you worked there. So you want to make sure you have all of that information housed in one place. And that was free because that wasn't even on my notes. But you want to make sure you have everything housed in one place so that you're ready to go and you can plug that information in when you're applying for jobs. Which leads me to apply for jobs. I don't care if it's day 1, if it's day 2, apply for jobs, because you have to report to the unemployment agency how many roles you applied to. Now, if you're using LinkedIn, which I suggest you using LinkedIn, but there's so many other employment databases or employment sites where you can apply for jobs. But if you are using LinkedIn, they do have a place where you can go to pull up the roles that you've applied to with dates, so that you could use that to build a report should the unemployment office ask you to provide that information. Another thing you could do is start like a little spreadsheet to show where you applied and when you applied, just in case you're asked those questions, you'll have that information readily available. Or if you decide that you're going to journal this journey, or vlog this journey, or YouTube this journey, or if you're going to do this journey on social media, which could become a source of income for you. That's another nugget, because that wasn't in my notes. But you want to have somewhere where you are keeping track of all of that information. Now, because I've been unemployed for so long and I've been applying for jobs for so long, I have no idea how many roles I have actually applied for, but I know that the number is very big, and I do wish that I could narrow it down to the number of roles that I have been applying for. So definitely sign up for unemployment benefits ASAP. Even if you're mad at this administration, at this government, at this United States of America, get your money, apply for that. Another thing, the next thing that you definitely want to do is assess your financial situation. Get everything all together. How much is your unemployment benefit? How much is your severance package if you were offered a severance package? How much non-liquid money do you have, like in your 401k and your savings? How much money do you have in your checking account and your savings account? Assess every single dollar down to the penny. And your emergency fund, how much of an emergency fund do you have? So you want to assess all of those things so that you can determine how long am I going to be able to survive with what I have? How long am I going to be able to pay my mortgage? How long am I going to be able to pay my rent? How long am I going to be able to pay my car note, my auto insurance, my COBRA, which I'm going to go over in a totally different video, or my medical expenses if I don't opt in for COBRA, because COBRA can be expensive. You have to weigh out the cost of having COBRA and not having COBRA. I did not elect COBRA, and it turned out for my good because it would have sucked up so much of my liquid money that I had, and I did find it to be less expensive to get my prescriptions without insurance. So I'm going to be talking about that in another video. But you want to assess your financial situation. How long can I live like this? What do I need to do? What am I going to do if I don't get a job right away? People are being unemployed longer nowadays than previous years. People are being unemployed a little bit longer. It's harder sometimes to find another job. I hope and I pray that that is not your situation. I hope that you find something right away, or you replace the income that you just lost right away with a business, with a side hustle, with an inheritance. I hope that you are able to replace that money right away, because inflation is real. We're living in an inflated world right now where things are going up quickly and constantly. The next thing is cut unnecessary expenses. I know sometimes when we just have our money coming in and everything is flowing and we got all this stuff on auto, that's another thing I suggest. Take everything off of auto pay. Remove all auto pays, because you need to be able to control what is coming out of your accounts. So that's another free thing. It's not on my notes, but remove all auto pays. I caution you to do that, and that way you'll be able to really track your money better. If you take things off of auto pay, you'll be able to control what's coming in, what's coming out, what you need to get rid of, and things of that nature. But cut unnecessary expenses like subscriptions, dining out. You need to cook. Dining out, impulsive spending. I know sometimes some of our ways that we deal with anxiety and stress and just losing a role would be to go shopping, but this is not the time to go shopping. Listen, I am a shopper, and I have not shopped all this time that I have been off of work. I've gone to some stores, but I did not shop. I've looked online, but my shopping, I probably spent, I would say, throughout this entire time that I've been unemployed, I would say probably a total of under $500 that I've purchased. And listen, there's still things in my closet with price tags on it, but you want to cut out the shopping. Just cut it out. Just cut it out. Just cut it out. Because you may need that money that you're out there spending. You may need the money that you have for subscriptions that you might use once or two times a month. You may need that money that you're using to dine out. Listen, I like to live good, eat good, enjoy the fruits of my labor, but I had to start living differently because my life changed. And I know that it's a season, it's temporary, and it's not going to kill you, or unalive you, I guess I should say. But yeah, so cut out unnecessary expenses. So I have a very long list of things to share with you. I'm going to make this into a series. I hope that this information was helpful to you. I am Coach Tamara Darice. I do have coaching sessions if you just want someone to talk to, or if you're need your resume redone, you need to talk to someone about your career, the direction you want to go in. I also have a digital marketing product that I sell that you could sell if you were to purchase it. It is a digital marketing course, and every time you sell it, you make $500. So I do have some things that can help you in this journey, especially the Transform 180 with digital product marketing, the digital marketing course that you can purchase from me and start your own business selling the course will definitely help you to bring in money while you're going through this situation. So it's very important to make applying for a job full-time, or starting a business full-time and applying to a job part-time. Whatever God is telling you to do, that is what you do. I started a business in January, so my position was eliminated in November. I started my business in January of 2024. So if you're looking to start a business, or you don't know which way to go, or you want to get into social media and you're unsure of direction, I can help you. I've been studying, I've been researching, I've been living this thing. So I am here to help you. Let me be a resource to you, and let me help you find your place in this digital space if you decide to start something in social media. I am Coach Tamara Darice. Be encouraged. It is not the end of the world. And even as you're doing all of the things that you need to do, make sure that you take care of you. Do your self-care. Self-care doesn't have to be going out and spending $1,000. You can transition your self-care to your at home and do your self-care. Take care of yourself. If it's skincare, if it's doing your hair, if it's working out, whatever it is, take care of you. I'm Coach Tamara Darice, and I'm here to help you with this transition that you're going through. Blessings.